Alright, so I'm gonna jump in at the point where you should have already installed Python and Pycharm. Then you create a new project. Ideally, you can use a folder where you have already stored the test.csv and train.csv to create your new project. And then we have a few different ways how we can execute Python code now. One thing is simply to put it down here into the console, and that is the same as if you would not use an integrated development environment such as Pycharm. So it's just like normal Python, so to speak. So for example here, if I wanted to say print the words hello2 back to me, it's gonna do that fairly easy. Of course, this is limited because it just takes single commands typically. So what we really want to do is create a collection of programming statements. And we do that by right-clicking on the folder and then creating new Python file. Give it a name that you can easily remember, maybe a bit easier than what I gave it here. And it's going to create that new file. Conveniently, it will also put the correct ending .py behind it so that every time someone wants to execute this file, their computer knows, this is a Python file. I have to use a Python interpreter. Now I can put a command here. So let's print hello3, and I execute it. And indeed, it comes back with the same thing. And if I want to say print hello3 and hello4 at the same time, I'm going to do that. And you see both happened. Right? The beauty of this is you can also execute that code at any given time. So if you wanted to say execute it every day at 3 a.m., no problem. We can use schedulers for that, so that by the time you and your boss arrive at the office, the work will already be ready and done for the day. Now there's some more cool stuff you can do. And one thing that you just saw is I was marking the code and then using a shortcut on my keyboard, in my case Control-Shift-E. Most likely you're going to have to use Alt-Shift and E on the Windows machine. And that's so handy. So if I, for example, wanted to execute only parts of the code, let's go back. Okay, let's say I just want to execute this line. I haven't marked any code, so it's going to execute the entire line instead. It's going to do that. Okay, hello3. If I just wanted to execute this small thing here, which is just the string hello3, it's also going to do that. And we see it looks different. That's because it was not printed. It was just telling me this is the object that I have given it. So that's very convenient that you can execute small portions of your code. It makes very good for debugging and for working on scripts that are work in progress.